It is December 30th, day 10 into double digits. Huzzah! 10 days, 10 videos, working towards building a bigger life. I have a question for you, a riddle if you were. 3 frogs are sitting on a log and 2 of them decide to jump off. How many frogs are sitting on the log? There are 3 frogs on the log because deciding to jump off the log and jumping off the log are 2 very different things. Let me ask you another question. One writer decides to get off the couch and go get some writing done. How many writers are still on the couch? I'm feeling a little guilty about this. Yesterday, after thinking about Rembrandt and getting clear on focus and all of the messages to myself about setting up a workspace, I looked at my living environment right now. I don't know if you can see all of this, so I'll show you. We are in renovations. The place is a mess. So last night, in a fit of let's create a workspace, I hauled a Muskoka chair from outside on the front porch and put it down by the door where there's a lot of bright sunlight in a relatively clear place. Then I hauled myself off to bed and decided that I would sit in the Muskoka chair and it would be my writing space for the next little while. One writer is sitting on the couch and decides to get up and go sit in the Muskoka chair and get some writing done. How many writers are still on the couch? I'm suddenly thinking about one of my favorite authors, Elizabeth Gilbert, who most people know from Eat, Pray, Love, which became a film. I think her best book is a book called Big Magic, where she explores the creative process, where she explores the joy of making. And one of the things she said that struck me, and I read this book years ago, was, who's forcing you to be an artist? She gets very tired of these sad sack artists struggling away and complaining about the process. And she says, who put a gun to your head and said, go and be a writer or a painter or a cartoonist? Who decided you were going to do these things? Well, I did. And then I sit and complain about how difficult the writing process is. And it is. But I chose it. And let's get honest. I come alive when I write in some really cool ways, and yet here I sit on my couch all day. It's well past noon and I haven't written anything. I recently revisited a book that I love called Atomic Habits by James Clear. And he talks about motivation. He talks about a lot of things. Really, really awesome book. Life-changing in a lot of ways. I read it about a year ago, and I recently reread it, or listened to it. I listened to it on Talking Books. And he talks about motivation, among other things. He talks about those first steps and how momentum is powerful. And I'm vastly oversimplifying it. Seriously, go check out James Clear's book. But he says, you don't need the motivation to do a huge thing. You only need the motivation to start. Once we get moving in a direction, continuing to move in that direction is better, is easier. He talks about working out. He says he doesn't need the motivation to do an entire workout. He needs the motivation to walk past the couch and put his running shoes on. If he does that, he will work out. I discovered shortly after reading this the first time that if I didn't need the motivation to do my yoga, I needed motivation to choose a YouTube video. Once I chose the video, I always did the workout. I don't need to be motivated to go and write. I need to be motivated to go and sit in the Muskoka chair over there. The one by the window. One writer sits on his couch, deciding to get up and go and do some writing. How many writers are on the couch? Okay, I'm gonna go sit in the chair. I don't know what's gonna happen there. I will bring my pen, my papers, and my computer. I'm going to move into my writing space. I'll let you know what happens tomorrow. Have an amazing day, everyone. Hope everyone is well of body, soul, and spirit. And I don't know. See you tomorrow. I'll tell you what happened. Woohoo! Day 10. Oh, by the way, I just hit 71 subscribers. Thank you. Much appreciated. And a little side note. My daughter Lily came home from grade 1 years ago. She's 19 now, so someone else do the math. It was a long time ago. And she was so upset because there'd been a question on her math test that she got wrong. And the question was, there are 3 frogs sitting on a chair, on a log, and 2 of them decide to jump off. How many frogs are sitting on the log? And she said 3 and was marked wrong. I had a meeting with her teacher. We had a good laugh, and Lily got the extra marks. Oh, and one more thing. There are no writers sitting on my couch anymore.